Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Vape Train Gaming's channel. This is ValHeim. Now, ValHeim is a newer Viking survival online RPG game. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a sandbox and everything, too. So today, we're going to get into building my first home on my private server single player. So, basically, what I'm going to be using for content for videos. But stay tuned. We're gonna go build ourselves a home. Alrighty, survivors. So here we are at that spot where I wanted to build my base before, that we found in the last episode. So I decided that I was gonna kind of... crap. Probably the worst time for this to happen. Do I have arrows? I have 4 arrows, and I can't craft down here right now. It needs a roof. Alright, Ictor. Okay, so it seems like I am going to have to do battle with all this first. So I do have a hoe. Really? Come here. Don't run away. Where are all these creatures of the forest, man? Big theory, you're kinda weak. So, whenever you are actually progressing in this game, your base eventually gets raided by stuff. So what ends up happening is they basically call either the gray people, graykin, whatever you want to call them. They call them over to your base to fight and attack you, or apparently they will send creatures after you. So that's what just started happening there. And Huggles. So, you have been invaded. Monsters will lay siege to your camp from time to time. Strength of arms does not guarantee you victory in these situations. Build a strong defense to weather out the storm. So what he's referring to is putting up walls and stuff around your base and putting up spike traps and doing all. It's kind of a 7 days to die-esque type of thing. And which is pretty great. That's kind of why I decided to build on a little island here. But we're going to work on building this bad boy. So what you need to start building, you need a hammer. And you need kind of a flat spot. If you want a flat spot, you can actually use the hoe. And the hoe will level out ground for you. Now, I know a lot of y'all are wondering... Look, Vape, I want to play the game, but how the hell do I get a pickaxe? Because I want to hit all that stone. That'll happen later on, folks. Alright, and really nifty thing that I found out the other day is when you have the hammer out and you're trying to build stuff, instead of physically beating the hell out of something to destroy it, you literally have to middle mouse button while you have your hammer out. And I think you get a full return on the stuff you're crafting. So, I just got back all my wood. I just got all that stuff back. I have a full inventory, so we're going to start building kind of in the center here where I was trying to flatten out the ground. Kind of do this a little bit more, try to get a really solid flat area. Now, this is a beehive, and last time, I don't know if y'all paid attention whenever I found this spot, there was a beehive. Well, because I destroyed the beehive and the building that was there, it all fell apart and the beehive fell, which apparently gives me honey. So that is awesome. So I'm going to be completely happy with the fact that now I have another form of food. Which, that's another thing to remember. Your stamina bar is directly related to how much food you have in your system. So when I'm running, you see how big that stamina bar is now? Because I have 3 different types of food that I ate. If you look in the bottom left, You'll see your health bar, you'll see your nutrition bar, and then you'll have the food that you're eating. That really does matter. So if you only have one type of food for the longest time, you're kind of screwed. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and build something fantastic. Let's get started, shall we? Now, if you notice while I'm building, you see this ring? This is the reach of the workbench that you have down. So you need the workbench so you can build, and you need to have it. So, alright. For using it for building, you need to have it within the area of where you're building. Now, in order to use it for repairs or for building items, you actually have to have a roof over top of it. If you do not have a roof, you can't really do anything with it.
Alright, partially submerge this bag. Find something around.
Alright, well, we're just getting started here. This is just a box for right now. For right now, I have to go get some wood, apparently. So we're gonna go do that. I'll get to stay and... I mean, I'm just gonna fast forward through most of this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna make y'all sit here and watch me go farm and fight things. What's the point in that? Half y'all will complain.
Hello, dear.
Alright, so we got back home after doing a little bit of farming. Now, one of the things that you're going to realize is there are certain things that will not function unless they are in a sealed or enclosed or roofed environment. So, like, a lot of the stuff, whenever it comes down to it, you need a roof. So, best thing you can do is to start off with, if you're just trying to sleep or you're trying to craft tools and stuff, do a lean-to. Like, do a really small little small areas so that you can just have it, sealed. Basically, what I am going to do quick. So let's see. But what it is, pop up here somehow. Bam. We're gonna take advantage of a little lean-to, which for some odd reason, whenever you have your hammer out, you can't access doors or anything, honestly. So, only there for building. So if you're wondering why you can't seem to do things at the time, it's because you probably have that out. We're gonna go ahead and place this stuff here, make it seem like we got a roof for the moment, and we are going to place down a bed, just so I can have a place to sleep. See y'all in the morning. That's too exposed. Ah! Alright. Let's see. Heifels. I swear the world tree is so pretty. I can't seem to get enough of seeing that. How about now? Are you still too exposed? There we go. So, as you can tell, with a bed, there has to be X number of walls and a ceiling over top or a roof over top of it. Now, an actual roof. Don't use the floor to go and put it over top of the bed or the workbench, because it won't function. For right now, there's another thing we have to worry about. So whenever it comes down to it, you can actually die of smoke inhalation whenever you are in your base. Like if you have your campfire inside, it can slowly kill you. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to put the campfire inside, but I'm going to put it kind of on the back end of the base, and I'm going to create kind of a chimney back here. So shouldn't have to worry about smoke inhalation. With the little cooker. And the great thing is with the campfires, you can actually kind of double stack the cooking racks. You can get about, I think, just 2. Yeah, probably just 2, unless you can squeeze 3. We're gonna test that. Oh. Okay, so we can do 3 on top of that. Look at that. That's hacking the system. Now the cooking is really easy to understand. Put it on there, watch it, and make sure that when it turns cooked, you grab it. Because if not, it stays on there too long, it's going to burn and turn to coal. So you actually have to watch things cook. Unless you're really paying attention to the sound, because when they're done, they'll sizzle, just like that just did. Bam. Got us some food. We're doing pretty good. Now, what makes this game a little bit more different whenever it comes to building is you need a lot of structural integrity. So if you don't have pillars, you don't have stuff like that, like doing a box like this, I think I can only build out like 2 more squares and then they're just going to start falling apart. So you have to think about that. So what I'm going to do, we're going to make this a weird lean-to, but it's going to have... what? Gonna have a triangle to it. Now, scrolling your middle mouse wheel will rotate whatever you're trying to build. So, definitely keep that in mind. Let's ceilings, because I've got to get that workbench in here so I can repair stuff. You need the corner. So I don't understand why I can't open doors while I have a work camera out. There we go. So I think this corner is just going to be a giant chimney. So that's what we're shooting for. We are out of wood already, and I don't have a hatchet. Damn it. Okay. Well, 5. About repair. Don't need it on repair. I just want to be able to see what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and put the workbench in here. Hopefully, depending on where I put it, I can actually go ahead and use it so I can repair my axe. Now this button right here, I think it just repairs a random item in your inventory. I don't think there's a way to actually specify I want just this repaired. But we're not worried about that right now. It's not a big deal. We are focusing on building this bad boy. So let's work on getting some structural integrity here, especially at this spot that's going to branch out this way. Go get some more wood. Gonna work. All right. Sorry, I had a moment of trying to decide exactly what I wanted to do, but I'll stick to the same plan. We're not exactly doing what I really worried about. Building on this game is actually pretty amusing. Building something I'm not enjoying so far. I mean, this is I don't like the fact I can access doors and stuff. I'll hammer out, but besides that, I'm pretty happy with where this game is. Let's see. Can I do it? Door open. Worst part about this is sometimes you have to like try to hit things at a certain angle, so you can't place it from where you're at inside. You have to like run outside to be able to get the right angle to snap it. That can be annoying after a while. Come on, there we go. All right, you're in business. Not making the prettiest of things, but it will definitely serve its purpose, and honestly, that is all I can hope. Okay, let's get some structural integrity. So they have poles and wooden beams and stuff like that, so definitely take advantage of those. We're going to stick them at the corners of these. Smaller one to get spots that I normally can't get into. Oh, can't place that there. That's... You know what? Fine. We can move the workbench. Why not? Put it right now. Dead center. Okay. Building. Pillars. Now, I'll worry about building something big and elegant later on. I'm just trying to get this all started and rolling correctly. Bam. We got that structural integrity. And that's not going to work because it's going to go directly into the campfires. But, luckily, we're not going to really have much over top of it over here. So, that's really not a concern. Let's see. Let's do kind of the flatters. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Now, if you want to, with the structural integrity and stuff like that, you can actually do a lot of different things. So, you can do, like, the support pillars all throughout the inside, you know, working all that. Get all that going all fancy and clean. I know there's a lot of people out there with outrageous talent for making pretty things. I am not one of those people. I do not make pretty things. I just kind of throw things together and hope it works. Normally how my life works. 100. Now, as you notice, they have roofs and ceilings in different angles. So you've got the harder angle, which is I think it's the 45, and then you have this one, which is the 26. So keep that in mind. You can add many different angles, many different styles to what you're working on if you just use the right pieces. There we go. So this will be great. It'll keep the smoke from building up, because the smoke is just going to roll out the top up there. And I have a home. Not the prettiest of homes, but it's a home nonetheless. So, got that established. Let's go ahead and make some more arrows, because of the fact that arrows are definitely needed. Repair the axe, the bow. Need wood scrap, leather scraps, and that. I'm curious about the knife, because I haven't messed with it. But we will get to more on this next episode, folks, because, I mean, it's already been recording for 30 minutes, and y'all don't want to sit through that. I'm going to be cutting this up and speeding up a bunch of stuff. The video should probably be around 15 minutes. But at the same time, guys, y'all make sure to be safe out there. Have fun building your homes. Have fun enjoying this strange new world that we want to explore in. Coffee Stain Studios and y'all, way to go. Y'all have done a really good job. But y'all make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the section below if you want to see me do anything specific. Next episode, we're going to be working on getting our pickaxe, so stick around. No, don't stick around. Just keep on surviving. I'll catch y'all next time.